What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, daily news, everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., everything you need to know about our economy, money, investing, the stock market. And if you're new to our channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. I'll keep you up to date. Also, I'm giving away $1,000 in total in our What's in the Box contest. And I'll give you a clue to what's in that box later in this video. And you could win money directly from me if you can guess what's in that box. So make sure to watch all the way to the end. And if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us so much. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Also, there's potentially, or there is, millions of people getting up to $1,502. We're going to be talking about that in this video. And there's 4 states right now under states of emergency. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, so let's jump right in. Yeah, as you can see here, 4 states have declared a state of emergency this weekend because of the snowstorms. Yeah, and honestly, there's more than 4 states affected, and yeah, several states getting more than a foot of snow. Some states getting up to almost 2 feet of snow. Yeah, let me know if you guys are affected, losing power, if you're literally snowed in. Literally snowed in. Wow. Yeah, you can see here the 4 states that have declared a state of emergency are Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia have all declared a state of emergency as of Friday night in advance of the storm. And they have now received at least 12 inches of snow, possibly more in some areas. Yeah, so let me know if you guys are snowed in, if you're having any issues, if you're out of power. My thoughts and prayers go out to anybody affected by this storm. We have not really got that much snow where I am here in Ohio, but I know that there is multiple different states here on the East Coast, all the way down from the Carolinas up to Ohio and Virginia. All these different states here are affected. Yeah, and yeah, I've seen some states have gotten potentially up to 2 feet of snow, and yeah, be safe out there. It's 2022. It's living up to its name here of just like the past years. Yeah, and of course, New York just had their eviction moratorium expire, and as you can see from this headline here, Build Back Better could restore what's been gutted from U.S. housing. And New York, I believe, is the last state to have their eviction moratorium now expire here. We know that the federal eviction moratorium was stricken down here from the Supreme Court. And well, a lot of people are struggling with evictions and the pandemic and rent assistance, as you can see here.
The greedy landlord, he tried to evict me in 3 courts. Civil court, Supreme Court, and criminal court. Because he's trying to force me out of my place. He's such an evil old person. My apartment is only $100. And he want to take that, my comfort zone, away from me.
Much of the country is currently experiencing bitter winter weather that includes snow and below freezing temperatures. Now, listen, if you are one of those people, imagine you're not toasty and warm at home watching my show right now, but rather one of the hundreds of thousands of people kicked out on the street facing the end of rental assistance. And the last eviction moratorium in the country expires today. That is, of course, in New York. And to compound that difficulty, the country is still locked in the grip of a severe COVID surge that continues to devastate the economy. Joining me now to discuss this and more, Carl Gershonen, Project Director at the Eviction Lab at Princeton University. Carl, I'm so happy you were here. Well, in reading the papers and the reporting on this, your name and your work kept coming up repeatedly. You have been laser focused on this, so you're the ideal person to tell us when the eviction moratorium ended and as rental assistance ends across the country, what impact does that have on people at risk of losing their homes?
Absolutely. Yeah. As we watched the federal moratorium expire, all the city and state moratoriums expire, there's a very clear story. Evictions started going up in those cities. Now, we did not see some of the drastic spikes that some of the worst case scenarios predicted, but that's because there were still other instances of federal support, right? There have been stimulus payments, there was extended unemployment insurance, there were the child tax credits, and there was $45 billion of emergency rental assistance. At this point in the pandemic, most of that aid has expired, and people are beginning to spend down the savings that, for once in their lives, they were able to accumulate. And so, New York's moratorium lifting, like you said, in the middle of Omicron, when it's 13 degrees out, at the end of 2 years of unprecedented federal assistance, we really do expect to see a lot of eviction filings moving through the system now.
Now, I do want to say, if you've been watching my show for a while, I have been telling you guys for a while about rent assistance, mortgage assistance, and utility assistance. Rent assistance is running out in some states, particularly New York. They have used up all their rent assistance in New York. We had a ruling by a judge to extend it, but the money has kind of run out in New York. You may be able to apply, but there might not be money. It's kind of a gray area in New York. I have links down below in the description of this video for rent assistance, mortgage assistance, and utility assistance. I know that I have helped thousands and thousands of people get this. Utility assistance is available. You can get anywhere from $500 to $1,500. Rent assistance is available in most states. I want to say maybe 75 to 90% of states still. Whenever they can pass the next stimulus package, we'll say the Build Back Better package, because there's several different stimulus packages they're talking about now. The Build Back Better package, the stimulus emergency virus COVID stimulus packages, and possibly standalone stimulus packages as well. Not really counting stimulus checks, which are on the table as well, including state stimulus checks. We're going to have a lot of kind of upcoming stuff here in 2022, multiple different states considering that. But in the Build Back Better package was $25 billion more of rent assistance, $25 billion with a B. So I've had a lot of people say they got rent assistance for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, where they literally pay your rent for 3 to 12 months or even more. I've had a lot of people say they even got rent assistance more than once. So again, I have links down below in the description of this video, and I'll link it to that at the end of this video as well, so you can finish watching that as long as I don't forget. But worst case scenario, I have them down below in the description of this video. As always, if you need to open the description, you got to click the little arrow kind of next to the title. I know it's kind of hidden sometimes for some people. Utility assistance as well, $500 to $1,500. You can get your gas paid, your utilities paid. This is all stimulus money. This is all passed from the third stimulus check package. Most people think of stimulus money as just stimulus check. There's a lot more than that. There's actually food assistance, I'll get to that here in a second, up to $1,502. Get to that here in a second. And there's also homeowners assistance up to $80,000 that is just becoming available. I don't think there's any of that money that has run out yet. States have just started approving that in late December and in January now. $9.9 billion of that as well. So yeah, definitely start applying for that. If you're a homeowner, apply for that. I think there's some property tax assistance in there. It varies by state. Utility assistance is available for everybody, and rent assistance. Okay, another kind of check or payments going out here this week. As you can see here, food stamps 2022 update, extra EBT $1,504 payments automatically being deposited this week for millions of people as SNAP $157 benefits sent. 157, that's a little bit weird. It varies on the amount of people you have and in your family and stuff like that. But we have, I think it's 38 states now. I think with California, it's actually 39 and some territories that are sending out extra EBT payments up to $1,504 based on your state and how many people you have in your family. So yeah, you can see huge extra food stamp benefits worth up to $1,504 are being sent out to Americans in need in a matter of days. The extra food stamp benefits will be available to recipients in Virginia and a lot of other states. This article says Virginia, but it's not just Virginia. After the state's Department of Social Services announced that they will be releasing emergency funds to eligible families this month. Yeah, on Wednesday, the department said the benefits will automatically be loaded to recipients' EBT cards on January 16th. That is today. Today. More than 41.5 million people rely on SNAP to put food on the tables, provide benefits to eligible low-income individuals and families. It comes as extra food stamps worth up to $157. I think that's per person. Not sure on that. Are also being sent out to residents in 6 states. That's what this article says. It's a lot more states than that. Eligible residents living in California, Connecticut, Illinois, Maine, Minnesota, and Washington can also expect extra money coming their way. But I have the official list here directly from USDA.gov. You can see here acknowledged extensions through January 2022 directly from the government website here with all the states here. There's a lot of them. I'm not even going to read them all. You can just look here on the screen because, yeah, I'll just read them. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Georgia, Guam, which is a U.S. territory, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin. And also, I believe California is included in here as well, because California, although they're not listed here, that's because they have their own SNAP program that is called CalFresh. And the CalFresh program is going to be paid out today as well, January 16th, as you can see here. Extra food stamp benefits will be paid on January 16th as well. And they've already approved extra California EBT pandemic extra benefits for February as well. Yeah, or it's actually January benefits that will be paid out in February as well. So that's really cool. Yeah, you can see here is California issuing extra SNAP benefits in February 22. Yes. California has requested and been approved by the USDA to issue CalFresh emergency allotments for the month of February 2022 as well. So California, they have their own CalFresh SNAP benefits. That's the only reason they're not listed on here, I believe. So I think that's 39 states doing this, and it's a lot of money. These states have spent a lot of money, many millions of dollars to do this, like hundreds of millions of dollars per month. So yeah, it's an extra kind of boost here for 41 million people. So yeah, this is just a kind of another way that states are kind of giving back to a lot of low-income people. I'll keep you up to date on this. A lot of states are going to be doing state stimulus checks here as well. Also want to share an interesting story with you, and then we'll do our What's in the Box contest giveaway here. On today's kind of episode of You Can't Make This Stuff Up, I want to show you this story I seen of the worst house on the block, in quotes, that the story came up with this, of San Francisco that sold for $2 million. This just shows you how crazy the housing market is. And I want to show you these pictures of what a $2 million house looks like in San Francisco, which is absolutely crazy. So this is what a $2 million house will sell for in San Francisco. It's all boarded up. The paint is just crumbling off this house. And just want to show you these kind of pictures here of what you can see this looks like here, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. And here's some pictures of the inside for what $2 million will get you. And by the way, this home has 0 bedrooms. It has 0 bedrooms, and that's because it has 0 legal bedrooms. This actually says it has 0 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, 2,100 square feet. This is the kitchen of a $2 million home. Yeah. And just another kind of room, I guess. Here's the bathroom of a $2 million home. And wow. Can you imagine spending $2 million on this in San Francisco? Yeah, not quite what you would expect a $2 million home to look like, right? So yeah, this is a story I've seen here of a boarded up home that's crumbling for $2 million in San Francisco. So if you think the housing market is a little bit overpriced, a little bit on fire, and we talk about inflation kind of affecting everything here in the world, yeah, this is what $2 million will buy you in San Francisco, and who knows how much money it's going to cost to fix up because it's going to need like a full renovation. So I don't know how much that's going to cost. It's several $100,000 because it basically needs everything, right? You're gonna have to redo everything in that place. And in San Francisco, I'm sure it's a lot of money. And don't forget, it has 0 bedrooms, 0 legal bedrooms at least. So you're gonna have to, there's whatever, a legal bedroom, you have to have like a closet and stuff like that. And each state has kind of their own little different terms. So you don't even have a bedroom in there. You have to renovate it to even make it a bedroom, to even have 1 bedroom. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I thought that was an interesting story, and it's like $2 million. Like, alrighty, you literally can't make this stuff up. Yeah, before you know it, $2 million is not. It's going to be nothing. You know. Yeah, inflation, right? All right. So with that being said, me, my wife, and my son Julian, I guess, we're giving away $1,000 to our viewers here. Just kind of our way of giving back. We gave away $2,000 before Christmas. We're doing it again, and we're gonna keep on doing this here. Kind of our little game called the "What's in the Box" giveaway. So if you can guess what's in that box, you'll be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly, and from there we will have randomly picked 10 people to win $100 each. Okay. And they'll just be picked at random. That's kind of the only fair way to do it. And I'm going to give you a clue to what's in that box right now. Okay. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've hit the like button, all that good stuff, so you don't miss out on any more clues going forward. And this is going to be clue number 8. Clue number 8 is the item in the box is something that athletes wear. The item in the box is something that athletes wear. All right. Let me know if that changes what your previous guess were. I know that's going to definitely change the item or the guesses for some people. Feel free to comment down below. That's how you guess. It's completely free to guess. You can guess as many times as you like. You can guess now. There's no limit to the amount of guesses. I always get questions like this, right? You can just guess right now. Guess by commenting. Guess as many times as you like. There's no limit. And yeah, so let me know. I know I'm definitely going to get some people that say, no, that definitely changed my guess. The item in the box is something that athletes wear. And yeah, I've seen a lot of people guessing Rubik's Cube. And I definitely thought that that was a really, really good guess for the first several clues. In fact, I thought, wow, that was a really, really good guess. It definitely made sense for a lot of the first several clues, but not anymore because it's not something that athletes wear. But I definitely thought that that was, I was like, ooh, in fact, I looked it up and it was an item that was first seen in the 70s. That was the first clue. And I definitely thought, I was like, ooh, yeah, whoever, a lot of the people that started guessing that at first, I was like, oh, that's a really good one. I was like, that makes sense with that clue. And it makes sense with that clue. And it makes sense with that clue. And I was like, yeah, that was a really good one. I was like, you guys are really smart there at home. I was like, yep, that really fit a lot of the items. I was like, yeah, maybe that'll have to be an upcoming item I use, right? I thought that was really cool. And I actually seen a lot of guesses actually kind of brought me back to my childhood, like the Rubik's cube and a couple of the other items. I think it's safe to say. I mean, we all know it's not a Rubik's cube now at this point because it's not an item that athletes wear. Another really cool one I seen was the hacky sack. Of course, that's not an item that athletes wear either. So I think it's safe to kind of talk about that now. I remember playing with a hacky sack as a kid. I'm going to be turning 41 next month in February. I remember playing with a hacky sack as a kid. And I was like, oh my God, when was the last time I thought about a hacky sack, right? I was probably like 8 years old or 10 years old as a hacky sack. I was born in 1981. I probably haven't played with a hacky sack since the 80s, right? Or maybe the early 90s or something like that. But it's like, wow, like a hacky sack. Like, how cool is that to even like remember those days? Like, those were the good old days, weren't they? The 80s when we didn't have to wear a mask and we could just roam around the streets freely and not have to worry about anything. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have pagers, right? We had corded phones. Remember that? And you could drink from the hose. Those were the good old days, right? I used to bring snakes home from the YMCA. You can ask my mom about that. One time I brought a snake home. My mom's like, "Why are you sitting in the back seat?" I used to go to daycare after my mom and dad went to work, and one day I sat in the back seat with a snake in the back seat. My mom's like, "Why are you sitting in the back seat?" Then we got to the house, and she was like, "Mom, I have a snake," and she's like, "Ah!" Yeah, boys will be boys, and I'm sure I'm gonna get that from Julian soon. Hopefully, he doesn't see. Well, not like he's gonna see this video, but I'm sure I'm due for that, right? I'm gonna get that back, right? But yeah, those are good days. The '80s and the '90s. Those are some good days. If only we could all go back, right, and relive our childhood. In a way, I kind of do. I get to relive it through Julian. And I hope you guys get to relive it through Julian a little bit. That's why I like sharing him with you guys. I get so many good comments just every time he's on the show that's saying that you guys love him. I love sharing him with you. You guys are just so amazing. So yeah, let me know your comments here for the box. Make sure to comment down below and I'll keep you up to date here with everything. I love being here with you guys every day. I really truly consider you guys my family. So we got a few more clues here. We have two more clues. Clue number 9 and clue number 10, and those clues are always the best clues here. So make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. If you haven't at this point, it's literally free to do so. It just makes it so you won't miss out on any new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click here to watch my newest video next, which will be clue number 7. And this video is an important date, which has millions of payments going out for people on January 19th. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.